In 1951, Milwaukee invented the Sawzall. But what about the blade? Well, their axe blade is actually made here in the United States, in Mississippi. Let's talk about that. I want to take you on a little tour behind the blade. Todd and I visited Greenwood, Mississippi, often referred to as one of the most southern places on earth. We went there to visit one of Milwaukee's 3 manufacturing plants here in the U.S. And that's where Greenwood is where they make Sawzall blades, step drills, and hole saws. Greenwood is located on the eastern edge of the Mississippi Delta and was a 19th century cotton mecca. Before the American Civil War, it was known as one of the richest cotton growing areas in the nation. The area is steeped with racial, cultural, and agricultural history. But unfortunately, agriculture alone does not sustain jobs or businesses. So while the region does have some economic activity in lumbering and soybean, the area's economy could certainly use a few more good jobs. Milwaukee's manufacturing plant is an important provider of employment, certainly in that area. And in 2001, they opened that Greenwood plant, and they did it with 87 employees. They quickly expanded the building, and they increased their staff to over 508 employees. And in the last 5 years, they've invested over $15 million in the plant infrastructure and staffing. And today, the plant is 390,000 square feet. It's a home of over 670 employees with plans to expand. Recent upgrades to the plant include a state-of-the-art carbide welding process, not brazing, welding, where they make the axe carbide teeth Sawzall blades. We were so impressed with this new technology, and they take a small piece of carbide, smaller than a grain of rice, and they weld it onto the band of the blade, the backer strip, I guess you'd call it. And they do that to each of their saw blades. Each tooth is then ground to strict specifications, which creates an incredibly tough and versatile blade that can cut nearly anything. The other recent upgrades to the plant include a high heat set paint coatings, and they put that on their hole saw blades. The new coating allows the blades to spin faster, and that increases runtime for cordless tools because there's less resistance, as well as preventing gumming. The new paint system also is featured on the whole Dozer line of their hole saws. Really cool line. And I bet you didn't know that Milwaukee never left the United States manufacturing business. While most of their operations did go overseas, they still employ thousands of folks here in the U.S. And many people are not aware that Milwaukee has 3 major manufacturing facilities, not including headquarters, here in the United States. Over the last 5 years, Milwaukee has invested $47 million in U.S. operations, and that's to develop their leading-edge power tool technology. At the Greenwood plant, Milwaukee manufactures and distributes all of their Sawzall blades, hole saw blades, and some step drill bits. There's a second plant in Jackson, Mississippi, where they make step drill bits, corded Sawzall blades, mag drills, and some larger motors. A third plant is in Wisconsin, and that manufactures the Empire levels and tools from that industry, that portion of the industry. Milwaukee's definitely taking a look and investing in future U.S. jobs. I had a chance to meet with Jack Bellotta. He's the director of the Greenwood plant. And Jack, he explained to me that Milwaukee supports local universities like Ole Miss and University of Tennessee, and they do that through grants and educational programs through the colleges, through the universities. For example, one initiative provides tools and equipment to the university. It's called the Haley Barber Center for Manufacturing Excellence. They call it the CME. And it's to provide opportunities for students in the manufacturing and I think electrical engineering at Ole Miss. There's no question that Ole Miss is turning out some very talented young men and women in the electrical and structural engineering departments. And Milwaukee recognizes the value in partnering with the university and has shown a serious commitment to that. They position themselves to hire some of the best and brightest students after graduation. This initiative, it sends a clear message to local students in Mississippi about potential future professional career opportunities in their own state. Milwaukee leadership said that certain Ole Miss graduates can and will find employment within the company's Mississippi plants. According to Bill Lotta, they have a year after year need for top engineering talent, not through attrition, but adding on to the company. And they add as many as 10 or more to the facility each and every year. It's an initiative that makes sense for local universities, Milwaukee Power Tool, as well as the broader Greenwood economy. Guys, this has been a story behind the blade. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time.